So, the author of the anime Mushoku Tensei named Rifujin na Maganote got a lot of hate on Twitter because he talked about Rudeus's perspective on slavery, where Rudeus actually didn't hate slavery at university. So not all slaves were unhappy with their lives, maybe they even had more difficulties before they became slaves. Kidnapping to be forced into slavery is bad. We also see that Rudeus sometimes tries to prevent incidents of slavery or kidnapping. But slavery itself isn't that bad, and we don't have to force the culture from the previous world in Japan or in the real world into the isekai world, where the medieval isekai world normalizes that. So he's not an Abraham Lincoln or a fighter like that, a typical main character who fights. He will free slavery, right? It seems like many Western people don't accept his thoughts, even though he's just sharing a free perspective, right? And this is a work of fiction, so they saying he is disgusting. They said it made them to know that Japanese people think this kind of thinking is normal and reasonable, even though it's not talking about Japan. Now talking about the perspective in the isekai world, which is indeed the Middle Ages, isn't it still normalizing slaves and all kinds of things? Many Western people were not happy with his statement and apologized, right? But yeah, he apologized, just for people who felt offended. He was going to restart earlier, right? If his serious perspective remains, right? That's a pro. He said what he wrote was about Rudeus, which really doesn't have much of an aversion to slavery, so he don't use it or anything like that. What is certain is that he is not a typical main character. That's the point, so he just wants people to accept that, and there are also those who defend him a lot. They will say he is based, and there are also those who apologize for the English community, which is mostly children, right? Understand that perspective, and that's him. Even though a lot of people are commenting, there are also a lot of people who defend the author. Until the end, there will continue to be drama with Western people. He's outspoken and a bit degenerate too, so that's enough. Understandably, we know that Western people is sometimes too easily offended, isn't it? But yes, that's what I can discuss.